the Occam's razor of comedy.
What is the Occam's razor of comedy?
If you get laid, you're not a comic.
There's like a hotness level.
If you don't get laid, you have to be a comic.
Yeah.
Like
it's like it's the line. It's like you're barely attractive enough to pass as like a comic, but also like you could be famous.
Yeah.
Maybe you could end up on Conan on a better talk show. Editing this later. Are you clumsy?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, why do you do this then? Look,
I like to live dangerous.
I broke my MacBook like this. Just the tracking was still like.
All right. Welcome to episode 5 of Paul's Palaver Paradise. We are in the nice October season, and we thought, why not get a little bit spooky and get a ghost as a guest?
That is my vibe.
Yeah, ghost
I'm
guest.
Just mildly threatening enough to make people afraid.
A ghost.
No, you gotta take responsibility for that one.
Oh, I that's the thing. Like, as a white man, I don't have to. I don't have to take responsibility for anything.
I'm not taking that shit.
Yeah.
To be a female comic, I feel like on some level you kind of have to channel your inner white man just to go on stage. Mm-hmm. Help me out, man.
The inner white man is a useful tool for everybody.
The police are okay with me. I think they're just afraid I'm gonna call the police on them, as I am.
Oh no, she's pulling a Karen.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm barely intimidating enough to where people don't approach me because they think I'm gonna speak to their manager.
Okay, yeah, you have a bit of that vibe, yeah. I mean, the Joker kind of like contradicts that, but then you have that. In this case, you know, the red sweater definitely has a bit of a mom. No,
I'm gonna let
a bit of a mom energy.
I got the 19. I'm just a goth housewife.
You are the hot girl next door in a 1990s movie.
I like. What's the girl from 10 Things I Hate About You? She was just like feminist SJW. That's it. That's all it took. Man, I miss those days. I miss when it was cool to be an SJW.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. Back in the 90s when I was born.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All right, so introduce yourself. Your name is?
Hi, my name is Aislinn Kane.
Yes, and you are a newcomer to the Austrian English-speaking comedy scene, a very rarefied group.
Yeah, they shipped one in.
Yeah.
For exporting now.
But how long have you been doing comedy now?
I very recently. I just started in late August, I believe. It is now late October, so roughly 2 months, something like that. Yeah. I am a baby.
Yes, but also I am immensely impressed. That's why I wanted to be Well, my initial thought of having you here was normally when you speak to like have a comedian and you talk about their origin story, they are already famous, or they have been in the game long enough, so they have they got
some backstory.
Yeah, but they also have rose-tinted view of their past. Yeah, because they made it.
Yeah, so I better make it now.
The failures do wash away more easily when you have some great successes.
This video will be very cringy if I don't make it, is what you're saying.
No, that's fine. Most people don't. Yeah. But you have at least the chops that I can see as somebody who... No, because I came up in the cabaret scene, you know. I've seen over 100 newcomers that had talent go and get wasted in the Austrian system of being, you know, now just some corporate guys.
Oh, well, that's my biggest nightmare.
Yeah, it's my biggest nightmare too. But still, it is. I wanted, basically, that was the initial energy for me to have you here, is to capture that moment right when you begin, because it is a.
That means you have faith in me. That's so nice. Like, I can't stress that. I'm not used to kindness from other people.
Especially comedians have a hard shell normally, yes.
So this is...
But also we've been chillaxing for a few hours now. We had a good old meme exchange off. Mm-hmm.
me judging his related videos on YouTube.
And it came out positive.
Yeah. It could have gone very terribly. I'm just saying, like...
You should see my alt account.
Oh, don't even get me started on old accounts. I should not have been allowed to have a YouTube channel when I was like 10 years old.
Oh, legally you weren't allowed.
I mean, legally I wasn't, but like, what were they gonna do? I lived in California.
Corral you to YouTube Kids.
I mean, the CEO of Google was like a 30-minute drive from where I like grew up, so I could have arrested me at any time, but they didn't. So
yeah. It's not like Google don't want that data, you know.
Yeah, that's sweet. Get them young.
Mm-hmm.
Get them.
Yeah, then you can really do some data analysis on them later.
That at this point, like my FBI major agent, you know, whoever is like analyzing my data, it's
Federal Breast Examiner. Examiner? No, inspector. I fucked that one up.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna not talk about titties now.
No, it's like the worst T-shirt ever. I hate that T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely up there for sure.
Nearly as bad as the real FBI shirt.
No,
those guys committed crimes.
What I wanted to say was that like anyone who like looks at anyone's data, whoever's job it is to like analyze a person's data, like the things that they do on the internet, like they basically know more about you than you know yourself. They're like, it's like. Yes. They could probably read people so well. They probably spend their entire lives.
I mean, I have a whole new bit about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I stealing your bit?
No, because it happened to me. You know, because
it happens. To
Facebook during the lockdown started to serve me different ads because I'm still single on Facebook because I don't want to give them as much data, as little as data as possible, but as much as necessary. That's basically my mantra with Facebook. So they served me like fascist, right-wing, like wish ads.
They profiled you, dude.
Yes, exactly.
This is the only time white men have ever been profiled.
And it's a bad thing.
It's a Rorschach test. You see exactly what you.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, it's like an efficient Rorschach test.
It is.
Because the Rorschach test, it turns out it's dog shit. It doesn't work.
Yeah. they made a whole character. I heard they put him in a movie directed by Zack Snyder. Man.
So what I wanted to talk to you about was that beginning. What was your initial energy? What was the impetus to go, hey, I am funny enough to do 5 minutes? Or 3. I don't know how long was your first set?
5, yeah.
You did all 5, right?
Yeah, it was probably 4 something, 4, yeah.
You got the light though.
Yeah.
And you saw the light.
The first time I did stand up, I actually I was so nervous.
Yeah, head in deer lights.
Yeah, I basically just blacked out.
Oh, holy shit, what's happening to my brain?
What's
deer in headlights?
It's
head in deer lights.
That's a mistake I would have made if
during your bit.
Yeah, I would have because I was. Oh man, no. Because here's the thing. I had done it sober too the first time, so
Smart
all
choice.
the anxiety was there, maybe, but now I just do it drunk.
Sloppy first set is one of the worst things you can do. I've seen it other people doing.
I saw a guy do that the first time I did it. He was in the first half, I was in the second. I saw him go up. I'm just like, oh my god. That could be me. That could have easily been me. And
it's only funny to the comedians.
Yeah, and it's it's always the woos from the other comedians that you hear. And I never want that. And it's like worse than a silent crowd.
Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen at some point. It always happens to everybody.
It actually has happened to me already.
You're already through that.
Yeah, I've done it about 13 times now, so very new still. But it's
But that's that's twice a week?
For a while, and then uni started, so now I'm gonna probably. I tried to.
I know it's hard to balance those two things. I get it. As somebody who also did 2 things at the same time, yes, it is hard to balance. No, but again, it's fantastic that you're doing it. But to go back to that, what was?
Yeah.
Did you have like a joke that you wrote down or something like that you were like, oh my god, this is so funny, I have to tell it on stage? Or what made you do it in the first place?
It was actually the chicken came before the egg in this situation. I used to actually so my best friend Linda, who you've met, she just sort of came up to me one time and she was just like, hey, I saw this English stand-up show on Facebook. Do you want to come see it with me? I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And we go to the first show we ever went to. It was this empty Irish pub. Like, no one was in the audience. We were stupid and we sat in the very first row. We were not realizing like what we were in for. And
who was hosting?
It was Roland. Roland. That's how we know.
Oh shit! Right. I remember. I was at that. I saw you. I saw you. Oh
my god, that's
I was
true.
there. I was there.
We were in the front row, me and Linda.
Oh my god.
I remember that. I remember seeing you the first time, and like the first time I laughed throughout the entire. This is mean, okay? Yeah. This story is gonna be very mean.
Oh, that's fair.
No, but I laughed. The first time I laughed for the whole show was when you had that like pause where you're just like.
Oh, my old persona. You still saw me with my old persona.
Oh my god. In fairness, you saw me in my old persona. I was like 25 pounds heavier and everything.
Persona.
Yeah.
My old persona.
Flesh sona. Oh god.
Flesh sona.
That is so gross. Oof. Delete that. Don't put that in the video.
Flesh, is that like if
oh no, please don't dissect this thought.
Dissect, not bad. No, but Hannibal Lecter like wears another person. Is that his flesh sona?
It is. It's his flesh sona. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Right. That's not him saying that, but yeah. Oh.
Well,
that's Billy Boy. Well, Billy Boy. Something like that. Billy McBilson. I forgot
these white people names.
Yeah.
So what? To finish that though, I basically there were only like a few acts that I actually liked, and some that I was just like, this is actually okay because.
That's what you say when you go to the dentist. This is okay. Yeah, I'm all right with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have to do this. I have to go through this.
But it made me think like I could fucking do that. Like, I'm sorry.
That's fair.
I was a cocky asshole, a cocky 20-year-old, freshly 20-year-old asshole, and I was just like, oh, I mean, now I know that no, not everyone can do this. This is fucking work. But it's like. At the time,
did you just do work?
Work. Okay, I'm not
just doing work.
This is an inside joke. You weren't here for this, but he wouldn't stop doing terrible. You're gonna have to do accents now.
I mean that's half of me is horror.
It is horror.
It's horror. It is the horror.
But insert obligatory Arnie reference as an Austrian.
Come on, the pain. Ow!
It's got to come out. You gotta let Arnie out.
Let the Arnies out and get ready for war.
Imagine if that was actual war propaganda. And it was literally just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Californian Arms Ministry wants you.
I'm from California, by the way, which makes the exchange equally as.
He's doing this like the in a Johnny America outfit. No, what is his name? Okay.
I'm not sure I know this one.
The fucking I Want You poster.
The Uncle Sam poster.
Yeah, the Uncle Sam poster, but it's Arnie.
But that would
be Uncle Sam costume.
But that would be objectively a better poster. I'm just saying.
I want you. The dialect doesn't translate well through print.
He doesn't even have to say physical words at this point. I'm convinced he could literally just be like, and then everyone would be like, yes.
So you grew up through the political heyday of Arnie.
I was a child for most of that time. But I knew he was the governor. I knew he was an actor, but like I wasn't actively involved in politics at age 4? Like what, this was 2004?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
I mean, he got re-elected.
Yeah.
With his amazing election slogan, "Bring me the broom, bring me the broom." And then somebody brought out a broom. He took it and he held it up and he's like, "I will clean house." I'm
amazing. I'm gonna just, considering his amount of like knowledge of history, I'm just, anything he said, he could say anything about history, I'd believe it.
That's the problem.
I don't get any.
That's the problem. That makes me a very good liar as well. You know.
I was just telling you, like, you gotta like start making up facts about Austria.
That's true.
Just like the Australians do. Yeah. You gotta do it, man.
We're the third biggest producer of tungsten, for example.
Of what?
Tungsten.
What's that?
Wolfram. The metal that's really hard.
Oh, okay.
But brittle.
All right.
You make the balls out of big pens.
Okay.
The balls out of big pens are tungsten.
Oh, ballpoint pens.
Yeah.
Made from that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fun fact. I didn't know.
Yeah. So was that a lie or not? Hard question with that tungsten, huh?
I hate the fact that I literally have no idea.
You've got 10 seconds to comply.
You better keep that in the video.
I got that in Mexico, by the way.
If I get murdered, then
by the way,
I show up
the
missing.
funniest thing is we had that in the checked luggage. We had 2 of those in the checked luggage, and nobody cared.
Oh, but it's checked back. You're not bringing it on an airplane. I mean, on the.
But that still shows up on the scan, hopefully.
I mean,
dude brings 2 machetes on board.
I mean, they're probably suspicious. I'm not sure if it's illegal. I mean,
the thing is, I checked like the flight regulations, and it was basically a loophole where it's not considered a knife.
What? How?
Because
literally?
It's too long. Yeah.
That's like saying that like an assault rifle isn't technically a gun because it's too long.
It shoots the bullets too fast.
It's too fast.
It's too automatic. It's more of a standalone shooting device.
This is an easy punchline, but this is Florida and their regulations essentially. Everyone shits
have you
on
ever shot a gun?
No, I've never. My dad used to own a gun, but
and he shot himself with it.
No. But when I was a kid, he showed me his gun. He never showed it to us loaded. I hope.
Just a prank, bro.
All I remember, because this is California, mind you. This isn't the South. I also lived in the South, where the gun culture is extremely different. So like.
I wouldn't call it a culture, but okay.
No, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
it is very, but it's one and the same. It's sort of symbiotic of each other. But I remember one of my first memories was seeing. I was like, "Hey kids, you want to look at this this fucking Glock?"
Austrian product.
It looked like a gun in a movie. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, because that's what the Glock. Marketing department very geniusly did was pay rappers in the 90s to put the word Glock in, and then later on
they paid them? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And instead of saying 9mm,
my
Gat, it's the Glock.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
And then they also paid filmmakers to put the Glock in there as well. That's why now a lot of police forces now bought the Glock as their standard sidearm.
Propaganda, dude.
Propaganda? Pretty good.
I can't take credit for it. It's if you watched more BreadTube, you would know. No, but that reminds me, this with the Glocks, it reminds me of how, like, I just found this out recently. Maybe I'm very dumb, but I found out that
knowledge and intelligence are 2 different things. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the thing was, I'm gonna leave that insecurity aside. I remember seeing a video the other day. It was the director Ryan Johnson. He was talking about shooting for Knives Up, the movie.
Yeah.
And he said something so interesting.
Isn't it Knives Out?
Yeah. Not Machetes Out. Don't get excited.
No, you said Knives Up.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, let's have it in
Vote
the
now on your phones. Shooting for Knives Up. Knives Up. Knives Up. Knives Up. No, what he said was that he pointed out that none of the villains in that movie have iPhones. They all have Androids, and that is on purpose. Apple products. Apple, they straight up were like, you can use our products in your movie, but only if they're the good guys. If they're the villain, we're not doing it.
Same with the US military.
Yeah, it's the same shit, but this is more subliminal to me, okay? Like, I grew up like post 9/11, like all of it was the military anyway. So it's just
don't fuck with our troops.
Yeah, no, it was pretty.
Because that's a really good shield of.
Yeah.
While we do shady shit in the background.
Yeah. I mean, we got the Marvel Cinematic Universe out of it, so at least we got something.
We got like
a few good movies.
4 excellent movies.
Yeah, and then
a few meandering ones.
Yeah, mostly
and then, like,
that latter.
2 weird ones that are so weird that this universe even doesn't acknowledge them anymore. Like the Incredible Hulk, for example, is technically part of the universe.
That's true, but that's like, deleted.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so weird in parts that it's enjoyable again.
I've never seen it. Is it worth watching? Serious question.
No.
Okay, all right. Skip that one.
No, it's fun if you like the universe and you want to have like the sobering thought of they also didn't know what they had.
Yeah, that's like a good message to get out of. It's like,
because they made Iron Man and they're like, oh shit, okay, that's a formula we can reproduce. And Incredible Hulk was like parallel to that, so it didn't get influenced by that production basically.
Yeah.
So it's still like very much a classic, like early 2000s Fantastic Four style.
I still
like
remember
superhero movie.
The marketing was so similar to Fantastic Four. I remember seeing it like
with him in the middle, and then the shadowy silhouette on the outside, and then all in the green scheme.
Yeah. That's such a specific. I unlocked a memory just now.
You're welcome.
That's.
I mean, the Eric Bana Hulk is so weird that it's fun again.
Eric Bana. That's
that's his real name.
That's okay.
That's the actor's name is Eric Bana, and he plays Eric Banner.
No, wait. No.
Or something like that. That's the Hulk's character's name, right? Something like that.
It's Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner, yes. So Eric Banner.
You made me question my own knowledge.
And also, there's a meme of him eating a banana. So Eric Bana playing Bruce Banner eating a banana.
This is very like late 2000s internet humor.
Oh yeah, because
Image
Hulk
macros.
was the first major movie that got leaked without the special effects still not attached to it. So everybody thought it was dog shit, and they didn't go watch it in the movie, so it tanked. It was the first like major leak that damaged a movie, but it was also a dog shit movie.
Yeah,
so that didn't help it either.
I was gonna say, because even as a kid, I was like very unimpressed with the CGI.
It's Ang Lee's Hulk,
that's such a weird like memory that exists. It's just a weird part of history.
Yeah, it's the proto comic book hero era, and that's where they were already profitable. They knew that it made money, but they were still unsure that it was mass marketable. I mean, again, that's the only really successful before that were the Batman and the Superman movies.
Yeah, mostly the Tim Burton ones. Like the Tim Burton Batman ones and George Clooney Batman.
Love that movie. I mean, there's literally from my older podcast, it's an episode where Reggie and I watched the movie to discuss it because Arnie is in it, so that's an Austrian connection. Yeah. You know, that's enough. That's enough. And Reggie got so drunk and angry, he like berated the movie for 3 hours. It's one of my favorite things ever.
How you stay mad for 3 hours, dude?
Have you met Reggie?
You know what? I believe that. Oh God, man.
Yeah, he can't get it out in violence, so it's all verbal abuse.
Man, see a therapist. I don't know.
Nah, too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you want to go next? Because you said you're enjoying this, right? This is a good thing for you.
I hope. I mean,
no. I mean personally, do you feel good when you go off stage? Do you feel like you have the urge to write more and stuff like that? And work on your material. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, I actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I sort of got into stand-up as sort of like I traditionally write like theater and stuff like that. I'm used to writing more. I'm used to the writing aspect more than I am doing. Yeah, I listened to you talk about history the whole time,
and you were fascinated.
Yeah,
that's the difference. So you
could at least you could pretend to be interested.
No,
this is your show.
I'm majorly invested. No,
yeah. It's very boring. I'm an unaccomplished 20-year-old. I don't really have anything.
Fair. I was an unaccomplished 20-year-old too. Yeah, once upon a time.
Vibing. Yeah. No, but
the only thing I did at that point was prank the on live television. I pranked
And you got your 15 minutes of fame in that music video with the braces.
Yeah, that too. But that was way later in my career.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
No, we pranked the education minister of Austria.
What'd you guys do? TP his house?
We staged a fake opening, and in a school.
Like opening?
Like of a culture center.
Okay.
Then the ORF was there. Then all the official government employees were there. We made a fake art piece and invented a fake person, a fake artist from America.
I already know where this is going.
We made a fake website so that in the case somebody Googled him, they would
fake news, everybody.
Yeah, they would find that there's a real person behind it. Then we hired a comedian to play that person. And then we did an introduction, like where I talked about 15 minutes about the accomplishments of that artist, and then pointed out how expensive this art piece is, and that normally his pieces go between 20 and 50,000 euros.
Okay, Banksy vibes, got it.
Yeah, it looked like a shitty Banksy. That's true.
Somehow I knew that was good.
That's true. It looked like a shitty Banksy because it was like a K for Kultur.
Oh, okay.
And then it had
2 other K's after.
No. Haha. No. It had a bunch of watches nailed to it. Like, you need to have time for art, man. You know?
These are like peak like modern art stereotypes.
Yes.
You're citing all of them.
They all bought it. They were all so like,
you guys did your research. This is performance art, dude.
Yes.
This is actually performance art.
And then the guy was late, so I had to invent stuff on the fly. So I just did that. And then I was next. Like when he came, he talked about it in a fake American accent.
They couldn't even get a real American.
No. We got an Austrian comedian who could do a semi-decent American accent.
I would like to see this comedian. I have yet to see a single.
I still have to get that tape.
Okay.
It's in the Austrian archives. I have to retrieve it.
You gotta go to Blockbuster, pick it up.
It wasn't live, and they never aired it properly. They just aired it through the Viennese TV station, never through the national one.
Oh God! Yeah, imagine.
So while he was talking, I was faking falling asleep next to the statue, tripped over, pushed it over. It like splashed. The watches went everywhere, you know, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, does he have to pay for it? Oh my God, this is terrible!" And he's like fake enraged about like this disrespect of his art, and this is not possible. And then some people finally started to get that this is like a piece.
Oh.
And he left, and then we had the janitor of the school who was a Laiendarsteller. When you go to the community theater group.
Oh,
thingy.
yeah, he just does community theater. We don't really
Yeah.
have a word for that.
Yeah, that guy.
So we'll see.
Yeah, community theater guy, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so some acting chops, but not really good, and over the top as hell. And he's like, hörst ihr es Arschlöcher, es Wichser, es Trotteln. Das geht ja gar nicht, die musst du noch aufräumen und so, yeah?
German isn't even my mother tongue. I'm judging this already. This level, oh no.
That was a fake laugh on my part.
Every time, especially when an Austrian does it, my first thought is Amadeus, where he goes.
That's a pretty good fake laugh.
I should not have been allowed to watch that movie as a child. It's an amazing movie. I had nightmares about like slit throat Salieri from the very beginning.
Fair enough.
I was like 8? Like I should not have.
Yeah, that's too early.
Anyway, so that's why I live in Austria now.
The trauma got you here.
The trauma. I was just like, you know
Confront your demons. My demons are in Austria.
I received a vision from our Lord and Savior Arnold Schwarzenegger.
These are the end of days. That's also a movie I was in 1999.
Hey, cool. Represent the birth year.
I fight a demon at the end. It's pretty cool.
That sounds like a Jaden Smith tweet. I fight a demon every day.
Jaden Smith is just my super ego manifested.
He is my spirit reincarnated. Yeah. I'm that comedian that laughs at their own jokes.
Yeah, that's okay. No, that is okay. No, I think we there's a certain degree in comedy where the pretentiousness sometimes takes over.
Yeah.
And where you can't discern between a bad joke and a cheesy joke.
Yeah.
Because a cheesy joke can be funny to yourself too. That's okay. The laughter sometimes even adds to the comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not always.
But it's
sometimes
very situational.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's always been on context.
And there's a. I mean, I'm clearly the easiest and softest target as somebody who's openly stated multiple times that I'm a major lover of puns. And that doesn't go over well with most comedians, you know, because again, I wouldn't even call them comedians, more like actors that are funny.
I come from a theater background, so I know exactly the people you're talking about, and it's, I'm sorry.
I mean, they can create themselves really fantastic art, but it's the judging of other art that's why I'm unapologetically in love with Hoobastank.
I don't... Wait, the band?
Yes.
I only know the one song, but it's not a good one.
We Are Connected from Halo 2.
Oh, no.
Because that's my favorite songs of theirs. They made the soundtrack
really?
for Halo 2 was Hoobastank.
Oh, gee, that is a choice.
So it's like,
that is an artistic
but it's the
decision.
Halo theme, so they just have to play the Halo theme on like super distorted guitars. Like with the Hoobastank sound.
I've never played Halo, so I'm just picturing all of this. I know what it looks like.
Halo has a very orchestral soundtrack.
Yeah, and it's like a space game.
Yes,
they
it's
all
very
have,
epic.
Yeah, they
scale.
have that Star Wars energy that they're always every sci-fi is always going for. So imagining just like early 2000s like alt rock as the soundtrack.
We are connected.
It makes me sick.
We'll never be alone.
It's a little vile.
We'll be together forever and ever. That's literally the lyrics.
Someone call 911.
That's another Hoobastank song.
I'm being held captive by a millennial, guys.
That's also a Hoobastank song.
No, I would just believe you because I don't stand this band like you do.
so no, but again, there's definitely also
No, it's
I had a good time playing Halo 2 when I was
moral of the story is Halo 2.
Yeah, because I got the Xbox 360 on release day.
Okay.
And one of the few titles that were backwards compatible was Halo 2. So I played Halo 2 because it was cheap, because you could buy it used.
You were a real gamer. I gotcha.
I mean, it is more sickness in my case, because especially during my depressive phases, it's an easy way of escapism.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Without, shredding your wallet, like cocaine or something like that.
No,
like I could never afford like a hardcore drug like that, because it would like just decimate my bank account.
I don't understand people who could just do that. Like, bitch.
Yeah, I got out of Age of Empires. I got thousands of hours of entertainment and basically what cocaine does. Because when you play that 6-hour match against a guy from Brazil and then you finally beat that fucker, that's like an endorphin rush. You seldom, like, it's like, like tantric sex where you just...
Audience, I just want this to be put on the record that he is peer pressuring me into video games through the promise of drugs.
Drug-like effects.
Yeah, a drug I've never done before either. So like,
you never gamed?
No, I've never. Oh no, I've played video games, not like that. My mom was like super against video games. She was like a hippie white liberal mom. She was like a Jack Thompson type though in terms of philosophy.
You had to play outside.
Yeah, I had to play outside with Barbies. God. I was very much on the internet, but it was a very different internet than what must have existed back then. Like it's weird because I'm at that point in like generational gap where it's like I remember early YouTube, but like I don't remember like Newgrounds or anything like that.
Yeah, the real proto internet stuff.
I don't remember a time before YouTube exists. I was literally 5, so it's just like I forgot where I was going with this.
Nice trailer of dog.
Cut.
Just a sorry interruption sign.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get some lounge music playing in the background.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see if producer Paul has anything to say about that.
Yeah. Then you post a footage of you later with just a filter on your face, like, No, I'm not doing that.
I already did that joke in a previous video.
Yeah, it's kind of a staple of modern YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you saw the homogenization of YouTube actually.
Pretty much.
Firsthand. That's interesting because now YouTube is still, I would say, more of a below 30 kind of platform.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Generally, but now we have that segmentation where we also get old people. Like my dad loves YouTube.
But he's on like a different side, right?
But only to watch rips of football matches from the 70s.
That's so niche interest, but I'm not surprised.
He's a big sports buff. It's upsetting how deep his knowledge goes. Like you can ask him like, who won the triathlon in 1978's Olympics and blah blah blah, and he's like, well, the gold medalist was Jørgensen Bergensen from Sweden. You think he's from Sweden, but actually he's a Polish immigrant. You know, stuff like that.
I see you get your talking style from your dad.
That was a horrible my dad impression, but.
No, but that's actually a really interesting point because it's like now the internet has become so like. Because the algorithm has developed to suit individual taste as opposed to just having the
whatever is
internet.
most popular with everybody.
Yeah, there used to be a time when things would just go viral, but now everything is going viral for somebody everywhere.
In a certain group, yeah.
Yeah, and but that's one of the things I think is still really interesting because like a lot of millennials especially are like really salty. Yeah, watch out. A lot of millennials are really
what a hot take.
Are salty about TikTok and like my generation using it. But honestly, like as someone who like was very online as a kid, remembers early YouTube and everything. TikTok is basically just early YouTube. It has the same vibes where it's like
ripping off content wherever you can get, but then also having a ton of original content that is new and different.
Yeah, but that's not unique to like TikTok. That's everywhere on. That's the internet.
That's every platform that attracts young people.
Yeah, but that's also a lot like by proxy a lot of the internet because like the reason that that platforms like these geared towards children is because like they have the time to be on the internet all the time. You know, adults, we got like, well, I've never paid taxes.
They're the future moneymaker because you can advertise to them.
Yeah,
bind them to your platform and all that stuff.
I'm technically still part of that demographic. I don't have a real job, or I've never done taxes.
Yeah.
Like,
just wait for that stuff. It's fun.
Sorry.
It's real fun. It's real fun.
You say that, but I don't know. I'm built different. I'm gonna live forever.
So games. We were talking games. You were a computer gamer, but
not very much.
A computer gamess.
No, boo. That's a joke only the German audience will get.
True.
But
that's like a third. So hi guys. Hallo Leute.
Yeah, represent. Yeah. We're in your country.
Repräsentieren. Oh, what?
We're in your country. We're representing your country already. No, I wasn't allowed to play like violent video games. My mom thought that they would cause like school shootings and stuff. Because obviously, like, you know, a suburban white girl is the I'm like
you're the prime directive, the prime subject for being turned into a violent school shooter.
Yeah, it was either that or influencer.
Yeah, it's that Glock, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're a teenage girl growing up in the 2010s with daddy issues. This could have gone a completely different way. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey, teach, pop, 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 put a bullet in your butt.
I could have been an Instagram young person, or I could have been a entire like.
You could have been a hero.
Ow! Your words, not mine.
A hero for the whites.
Yeah. No, don't say that. That's gonna. It's gonna get you canceled one day out of context.
Definitely.
They're gonna James Charles you.
My idea is to have so much cancelable stuff on the internet that it cancels itself out. You know, that's what fucking Filthy Frank did. People tried to cancel Joji. Yes.
As if
it's insane. It's insane.
That is insane. Yeah. It's fucking.
I mean, I do say there's definitely like 8 sound bites of me saying midget out there.
Oh yeah. 20 years. No, people have been joking that like in the future it's not going to be socially acceptable to make fun of furries. So
Yeah, furry prosecution.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to set that suit on fire.
We went from flesh to fur.
Spanish Inquisitioning the furries would be so easy.
But yes, like, because I've heard this joke before. Though.
Really? Of putting fire to the furry?
Yeah. I've heard all of the entire last decade.
Oh, that's out.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's why I'm saying it's
I'm
like
derivative.
Yeah, derivative. No, there's no. I realized that the American internet, we're just better than the Austrian
Oreo.
internet. Yeah. You guys are like, Europe is always like slightly behind when it comes to internet trends. So
mistakes. Yes.
Yeah, like well, because we have the best one. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not. This is one of the few times you're ever gonna catch me saying nice things about
you have the
my
best
country.
Content. You don't have the best internet. You have the best content.
Yeah. Okay. Look, buddy. I'm not a
content
nerd.
is king.
Yeah. I'll get my copper wires elsewhere. Whatever the fuck you said earlier.
You're pulling out the copper wiring from your
the wires.
The wires.
Sorry, that just saw the
wires.
This is a cheesy joke where it's just like
my favorite TV show is The Wire.
I tried watching The Wire because I grew up watching Breaking Bad, and everyone was like, every person that was like talking about it at that time was like, they grew up with The Wire. I was just like, oh wow, more TV is like this, because really we didn't.
It is, but it's a way slower burn.
Yeah, I found it really boring. But the thing is, like, I thought that would be okay because
did you see the remaster or the original? Because they remastered the.
I watched it illegally, so I don't know.
Was it in 16:9 or 4:3?
I think it was 16:9.
Then you saw the remaster.
Okay, that's probably it. Yeah.
That does it. It looks better. But it also loses a little bit of the original feeling of The Wire, because the idea was to be shot like a hidden camera, investigative journalism kind setting, where the camera, it's 4:3 because that's you get a smaller camera.
The aspect
ratio.
It
all should look like video, not like actual film, even though everything was shot on film.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. It's because I imagine at the time it would have been a lot better suited to most television screens.
Exactly.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I love like the use of, this is such a weird
also in the 16:9 ratio aspect, you will sometimes see a boom mic and stuff like that sticking in.
Oh, that is.
And you have a lot of negative space that's never used because they would have chopped it off in the 4:3 anyways.
Yeah, the only difference is that this kind of stuff is like, at least The Wire, the first episode I saw, was like so much slower than I would think that what the style they're emulating is. So I don't know. This stuff is like, good on them. This is the same kind of parts of a TV show that like I have the same feeling with like Mr. Robot mostly.
Right.
Because you've seen the show.
All of it.
Yeah, like because they also fuck
my
with
wife even bought me the compendium novel because that was our show.
Oh, that's really
how
sweet,
we
actually.
like really got into each other.
I was
Besides banging, was Dr. Robot. Sorry, no, Mr. Robot, yeah. Dr. Robot.
Two different.
Dr. Robot in Austria. He has to have a title.
Oh yeah, I thought you were just confusing Doctor Who and two nerdy shows, same demographic. I hate Doctor Who.
Oh, such a pretentious bullshit escapism. Wank.
Man, I'm being fucking roasted live on internet television. I was a huge Doctor Who stan when I was like 13, dude.
That's the perfect age.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I grew out of it. It's weird to see adult Doctor Who fans. I'm not going to lie.
It's
sad. It's very sad, especially
badly written sci-fi.
It's very bad. But okay, 9 and 10 were good. That's okay. I'm biased. That's what I grew up with, but anything written by Stephen...
objectively, they're also better.
No, everything by Stephen Moffat is trash. Absolute garbage.
There's few good horror episodes.
Yeah, he can write horror.
The Weeping Angels.
Yeah, and he wrote the World War II ones too. Yeah. See, he should have just stuck with his lane. Stop writing female characters. You're never good at them. This man, Stephen Moffat, actually had the gall to call Karen Gillan ugly. She called her
insane.
bit dumpy. How? What are your standards, you fat piece of shit from Glasgow? That's so mean. But
however
fuck you,
high the standards of a fat piece of shit from Glasgow can be, that is rich and influential.
I'm making a lot of assumptions. No shade if you're a fat piece of shit from Glasgow.
Some guy in a chip shop. What?
That's just.
How did I hear that voice?
I realize
nobody listens to this show.
I realize, like, out of context, I could also be talking about Count Dankula.
Right. So, computer games.
Oh my god, yes, we keep doing this. All right.
No, that's fine. That's the whole. It's palaver paradise. It's not. We're sticking to one topic paradise.
True. That would be a very boring podcast.
Hey, don't throw shade at my. What is it?
Very well prepared.
God, I should have had one like locked and loaded at this point. Locked and Loaded, great podcast about guns. No, I have no idea. That sounds.
He'll put it in post. He'll put it in post.
Yeah, I just open my mouth and just edit it in.
Still image, just. To answer your question before I forget, before we go on a whole other topic.
Games.
So obviously I grew up. My cousin,
sheltered,
very sheltered, very suburban, very white neighborhood. But
lived in a cul-de-sac.
Not that quite bougie, but we knew a lot of people who lived in cul-de-sacs. So
geez.
it was it felt very white, very anyway.
Very skateboard.
Socioeconomic situation aside.
Yeah.
I think the first game I ever actually played, aside from like the Wii when it first came out, all the Wii, everyone knows
Wii Sports and all that. Yeah.
The Super Mario
stuff.
I mean,
it was the first real true mass console.
Yeah, but we didn't own one at the time. Like we just went to a friend's house because all my friends, when they lived in cul-de-sacs, they had money. They could afford these. Yeah. But
they had a wee little change.
Boo. No rights for that one. But but what actually got me interested in gaming, though, if I'm being honest, I had nothing. Wii's whatever, it's fine, you know. But when I was like 7 years old, my cousin who lived like in Anaheim, he had this like old Nintendo 64. And everything he had.
It's a Nintendo 64.
It was every like nerd millennial just like shat their pants and came.
It's a good ass console.
It is but it is though actually.
Yeah.
I really
GoldenEye is fantastic. Mario 64 is fantastic.
I fucked up.
Mario Kart 64 is fantastic.
I like the Wii version better, but I'm biased.
Because it is better.
Yeah, it's objectively. I
grew up with the Mario Kart 64 version.
You got your nostalgia bias. Yeah, it happens.
And the simpler mechanics do make for a more clean run.
Yeah.
But that's just me as the car purist, you know, like, this is a pretty decent car simulator you have there. Fun? Oh no, I'm not interested in that. Thank you.
I feel like that impression could land you on an episode of Ancient Aliens or not Ancient Aliens, just a Nazi documentary done by the History Channel. Right. I feel like you could pull that performance art stunt again and you could get on and be like, yes, this is where Hitler was gay and had many orgies. That's a real one that they did.
Really?
They did one that like
amazing.
And they oh God.
I mean, he called where he killed all the gay guys.
Yeah.
He called that the Night of the Long Knives. So that's pretty funny.
I mean,
he's a comedian. Come on, that's pretty funny.
You're stealing his bit, is what you're doing. Like,
that guy stealing Hitler's bit.
I don't know what's worse.
I think this is a victimless crime. That's what he thought.
But I don't know what's worse: being Hitler and making those jokes, or stealing jokes from Hitler.
You know what's really bad?
70 years later,
being gaslit by Hitler.
My girl Ava Braun had it dirty. That sounds much more sexual than it was intended.
I mean, there's a. I think it's been revealed that it's fake, but there was an SAS document by the British SAS about Hitler, and they like just made shit up. But one shit they made up was that he was into poo-poo play.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this, but I didn't know it was fake.
I think it is like confirmed now that it is fake. I have to double verify, but I'm pretty sure.
That would be the second famous Austrian who is into shit.
Oh, there's
Mozart.
so many more. There's so many more.
There Austria, with the only good person who's ever come out of Austria is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I stand by that. Y'all have the weirdest exports.
Zoom in on me and hello darkness, my old friend.
Oh, you'll be fine too.
To you again.
I just assume that every Austrian man has some weird sex thing. That's just I've come to.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. See,
I'm into Mexican ladies.
His thing is racism. It's most Austrians.
She gets off on it too. So
yeah, well, at least you found your niche.
It's called my wife.
I was gonna roast you earlier the way you said my wife, like you're like my wife, but then you said something actually cute about like you guys had the box set. I missed my chance, but now I'm swinging, coming back with a vengeance. No,
but yeah, where do you want to see yourself in like?
Where do I see myself in 10 years?
This is like the worst HR interview ever.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
No, but I would say like next year when the virus is over, hopefully.
Oh wow.
Do you wanna, like, I wouldn't say double down, but at least like 10% more down on comedy? Like, do you wanna pursue it more than you do right now, or?
Yeah, I sort of I mentioned I originally was intending on writing for theater, but anytime I wrote stuff, it was always comedically slanted. So there's a good chance I'll probably be sticking with this. If worst case scenario.
Sorry, I can pitch you my play right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, live on the podcast.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
It's a dumb idea.
But I'm not pitching you mine. This is top secret.
Roman Senate, 36 BC. No,
already know.
36 AD. Sorry, 36 AD.
Still no.
Christ is just popped onto the scene.
There's another play about Jesus.
No. Jesus is already turned 30. Then they did the whole thingy thing.
Okay.
He's dead for 6 years now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The Roman Senate split between the Democrats, the Republicans, and a Green Party.
So it's gonna be a metaphor for the American election.
No. Just the general. Republican democracies in general.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And like one shtick is that the Green Party member is very much for preserving like wood burning and stuff like that. So why not make the crosses they burn the Christians on out of metal?
This is some Jonathan Swift satire.
Yeah,
gotcha,
exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes, yeah, but set in the Roman Empire.
I feel like that has some like comedic potential. I think that there's something there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
but I'm not a good. I'm outside of writing dialogue.
Oh, okay.
I'm mediocre at best.
I mean, same as of right now, but dialogue is my favorite thing to write. It's like the easiest way to like, no, seriously, because like most of the time I feel like when I write stuff, especially like it never really starts out with like, I mean, sometimes there's a plot, but being able to get a feel for like the kind of people that they are, you have to start with dialogue. Otherwise it's like, what's the vibe? What's
how would they talk
energy?
With each other? How would they interact?
Yeah, because it always annoys me like when I see like mostly Netflix original shows. They're like teenagers talking, but they're very clearly written by like adults, like 25-year-olds who
at best.
Yeah, 25-year-olds whose only like introspection into like young people. I'm talking like kids born in like 2004.
That's totally fleek, dog.
Their only like point of reference is Twitter, so they all sound like how people tweet but not how people actually talk, and that always bothers me. Like I really hate unrealistic dialogue. I know it's a thing with some people's styles, but like personally, if it's it's the most real way to get a feel for the kind of person they are. When
you're also extremely lucky because this is like basically the first time that women writers like finally brought into
born in the right time,
like in comedy shows. Like serialized comedy shows that they finally let all air quotes here all around everything, you know.
So is a white dude with a microphone.
It's also such a fucking minefield, you know. But in general now is the best time to be a female comedian to
they
actually
canceled
write
everyone else, so we gotta step up.
It's like the Second World War where they sent everybody away, and now the females have to take up the work.
In like 30 years.
And all of a sudden she can like solder and stuff.
In 30 years,
Rosie the Riveter actually rivets pretty good, you know.
We're gonna have to.
She's riveting in her work.
Okay. You know, you can't go.
She's working for that.
You talking about Rosie the Riveter, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to, for like school spirit day, I used to dress up as Rosie the Riveter.
I mean,
I've got the vampire skin and the red lipstick. Yeah.
That's
like
me putting on a suit. And what was I? Who was I?
Jordan Peterson. No, you weren't Jordan Peterson.
No, I was McLovin.
Yeah. Yeah, you were McLovin.
Yeah.
But only because of the braces and the glasses. The whole
and the glasses. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's, I'm serious. Like, if the RF is gonna do a whole new streaming service, they might as well make like the BBC and just do remakes of our shows in the same way that we do remakes of theirs. They could do a remake of Superbad. And
yes.
McLovin.
Äußerst schlecht.
Okay.
Superbad.
Yeah, oh no, that can't be the actual title of the movie. Äußerst schlecht.
Aislinn.
Okay.
We're at the end.
All right.
But before we end this, first of all, let me say thank you for being here. This was a really charming first talk. I hope to have you.
Really fun.
Let's get a regular Aislinn update going.
We'll see.
Yeah.
This will be the closest I ever come to.
But first, I have to Cosby you. Here's a surprise box made by Cosby. It's a Turkish company. I just found that out. How crazy is that, huh? Do you want to open it? Do you want to get that Cosby surprise? I hope it's a sound chip that does like a or something like that.
The amount of disrespect in giving a female comic.
Yeah, Cosby Surprise Box.
I don't know whether or not to be impressed or extremely offended.
Come on, it is. At least it's not putting you to sleep.
I'm ready to die. Oh yeah, I also sing. That's another thing. It's another part of the brand, I guess.
Yeah, that's also at the end. Now that you open this, you can plug your stuff. Can people follow you somewhere? I'm trying to be a good Zoomer and get Instagram going properly. I need to start posting more. I'm trying to be more active. But I have a Facebook page. I've got you can follow me on Instagram mostly, because who fucking uses Facebook? Link down in the description below.
Yeah, you can put a @.
Getting down low with the link below. Oh, okay, no.
I don't know that one. I'm sorry.
It's a bad song.
Okay.
I shouldn't even attempted it. Oh wow, there's another Cosby surprise inside the surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's just a hot box.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
A hard box.
That's a hot box to get into.
The bisexual experience. A hard box. All right. What do we have?
So what is the surprise? Is that fake Lego? That looks like fake Lego.
It looks like it. It is fake Lego.
Wow, that's a pretty good Cosby surprise.
Could you imagine, if they made the Lego movie using
fake Lego bricks?
These Lego bricks, all the cars are made out of this. Also, I get one of these.
A sticker? Or is it
it's
it's a hologram card.
Yeah.
May I?
Of course.
Oh, this is dog shit. This is amazing. Is it 3 faces? It's the smiley, winky, then
the 3 stages of emoji.
No, it's just 2.
Oh, okay. Is it just? I don't know. I didn't look at it long enough.
Who is this made by?
Stuffing the box.
Ukantai Gida-san.
He'll appreciate this joke in post.
Yes.
Okay. So do I build the card?
No, no. That's for the Instagram. Huh? If you want to find out what the thing is in the end, check out Aislinn's Instagram.
Part 2 will be released on my Instagram.
Wait. What is the third thing? There's still on your pants.
Oh my god! I didn't even see this. Is this a?
Is it gum?
Oh, it's gum.
Wow. Actually, strawberry.
A strawberry banana.
Nice. That's where Cosby puts the drugs.
Oh god!
Out of all the things, it makes the most sense.
Okay, I'll chew it when I get home. Make sure I don't get.
So Aislinn, it was a pleasure.
Are we doing this? It was nice being here. Thank you for having me.
Come back for a future episode. And also, you viewers, obviously, please drop me a like, subscribe. This is really shitty gum. Nice.
Hello, welcome to the ASMR channel. Okay.
Bye.